Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to be continuing the Archon quest in this video. It wants me to enter the underground ruins. The description reads, it seems like Kachina's in dire straits. You have to get over there as soon as possible. So this is actually Act 2 of the Archon quest, which means that it's possible that this is not going to be ending in this video. I said at the end of the previous video that I have to, Remnants of the Secret Source, that I have to worry about the timed event here, the Lantern Rite timed event. But we'll see how things go in this video. Anyways, the sole path to the Night Kingdom, once home to ancient dragon kind, now reduced to ruins. Influenced by the Abyss, the site harbors many unforeseen dangers. So it wants me to bring a Pyro character with me. But I think Chaska might be part of my party by default, so I don't think I have to worry about that. Okay, so we have some ruins to explore. Are there any... I haven't done this in a while. Are there any treasure chests in here? I wish that the elemental vision, or whatever that's called, would last for a little bit longer. It'd be a lot more useful. Like, how many people actually use that? Outside of very, very specific circumstances.
So we're underneath Natlan right now? It looks nothing like Paimon was imagining.
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins?
I don't think she's talking about the Saurians. I think she means actual dragons.
Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time, but with the recent increase in Abyss activity, the installations around here have somehow been activated again.
So what you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip to the Night Kingdom.
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
Just what I wanted to hear, really, Aether? Like, we're in a rush right now.
Why are you all laughing like that? It's creeping Paimon out.
Yeah, me a little bit too, actually. Kachina's in danger right now.
It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in, right guys?
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Adventurers live for moments like these.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our way.
I don't know, it just seems a little bit inappropriate in this particular case. There's really nothing around here? Anyways, we gotta continue this way. I guess it's just gonna keep guiding us as we go along.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
It's easy enough, Paimon. If it'll let me, yeah. There we go.
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
So basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much faster to just focus on what's good for you.
Oh.
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
I don't like how they do that. It's like, what's the point of having one of those conversations if it can get cut off like that? Oh well. I just gotta make sure. Is there anything over here? No? Okay. In that case, let's jump out of this and take care of these guys.
Gather! I will have order!
I should have just stayed back and listened to the whole conversation like I usually do, but
My apologies.
I was like, there's no way that they wouldn't plan for, you know, like this amount of time it would take to continue forward, right? Nope.
Take flight.
They really didn't. Eventually they'll fix stuff like that, I'm sure. As more people bring up that criticism. But unfortunately for now, that's what it's gonna be like. So where's my treasure? I heard something. Oh, there it is. Hey, look, it's actually coming in handy. Okay, the elemental vision thing is... Is there anything else over this way? Unfortunately, like I said before, it doesn't last long enough. It should stay on until you tell it to turn off. That's just my opinion. It's not like it has a timer or anything for activation, so... Why wouldn't it stay on for as long as possible?
Whoa. The place we need to go seems really high up.
Well, we're literally flying through the air right now, so I don't know why it would take too long. I mean, we didn't go directly towards it this time, but still.
Solidify.
Let's just,
Think you can get away?
do
Brace
that.
yourselves. Here we go.
There we go.
Rebuild.
Take flight.
And these big guys right here.
Embrace the ice.
Oh. Yeah, I should get rid of you for sure. Okay. So other than the switch there, is there anything else in here that I can interact with? Apparently I can interact with this, but I don't quite know how. How are you supposed to be able to interact with this? Weird. I guess I'll just ignore it then. Hopefully there isn't a treasure chest associated with that. Or maybe... Wait a second. Can I go back with this? I think that you can do something with this, right? No? I guess not. Oh well. Not a big deal. So, enter. And it's taking me over here somewhere. Automatically. I hope there wasn't anything on the other side that I missed. I didn't think to look around before I crossed over. Nope. Okay. Oh. Just gotta continue this way. Oh, wow. Automatically kicked me out of it.
This is order.
Do that.
Gather.
Time for takeoff.
Gather you guys up. Whoa, hey.
Allow me.
Where'd the Electro come from?
My apologies.
Weird. Hey, you. Do this.
For a swirl.
Even if I can't really kill him immediately.
Take flight.
I will have order.
Get close to killing him at least.
Stabilize.
Got rid of his shield, which means that he is now a sitting duck.
My apologies.
There we go. And another one of these. Are these... Maybe those are checkpoints. I don't know. I don't know why they would glow in the elemental vision, though. Anything else in here? Open up this. Door of Resurrection activated. Maybe it's not. Some of this stuff I wish that I had paid more attention to, as far as, you know, learning how it all works. Because I would know exactly what those are
Final
for.
stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
Well, it's pretty easy right now, Paimon. I forgot what I was saying before, but it wasn't really that important. Okay, there we go.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about. The one ripped open by the Abyss.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar, yet also foreign.
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before she's ready.
Okay then. Oh, we're automatically entering.
Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories.
There's abyssal energy everywhere.
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh, it's so high up. Did we really fall that far down?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
That's it?
Okay. Don't try it now, or don't try to run away.
You really think that little of Paimon? That's not even why Paimon asked.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not great either. How are we supposed to find Kachina in these conditions?
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
What are those?
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Obviously not a talking ghost. Well, maybe it is a ghost, but...
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right?
Wait, does that mean you're...
Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malko. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power calling out to me. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much.
Okay, this is a little bit of a surprise.
I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect form.
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker Stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss, we could have done much more, but we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that, even after all these years, he'd still take such a risk for me. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend by your side.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but it's not too late for you. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me. Be careful.
Okay.
This place has been severely corroded by the Abyss.
Well then.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Okay, that time I waited just in case. So let's follow Malko. We're gonna have to fight some of these, right? Whoa, hey.
Ouch!
Quick! Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being.
Okay then. Well, I'm glad that we have him here. Those things are no joke.
Keep this up. Let's try another route. This way.
Maybe I can prevent some of the damage if the shield breaks. Well, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Well, that did work. It did prevent some of the damage. So, there's that at least.
More monsters.
Can we fight these at
waste our
least?
time on them.
Yeah. It'll be easy though. See, watch.
Take flight.
I don't know why they would say well, we shouldn't waste our time on them.
Stabilize.
My apologies.
There we go. I had to beat him anyways. May as well put up another shield. So... interesting. You don't really have very many, opportunities to explore in here, because you have to follow this guy.
Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Why is he by himself?
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind.
Huh.
It was probably just my imagination.
Very weird that he was by himself there for a second, and then all of a sudden they're there. I don't understand why they did it that way, but okay.
Don't scare Paimon like that!
I heard it too. It was a voice from the abyss.
What did it say?
It doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor good intentions.
Okay, then. Very... Oh.
Paimon just heard it too!
Yeah,
Let's
same
keep
here.
going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
Oh. We need to talk to Kachina. Oh. Right there. Well, we found her. Oh boy. Are we just gonna stand there and watch as this happens? Like, I could see her easily before.
We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey? You made it!
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Good idea. Let's go!
Okay, then. So I wonder why they needed me to have pyro for this. Because so far I haven't seen anything that really requires it.
Take flight!
I don't know. Not a big deal. Let's do this. Heal up my characters that are getting damaged by that ability that those things possess.
You're finally here!
That's-
Thank you so much!
That's probably like one of the worst dots ever in the game, you know, damage over time things that they can give you. Because it does it to the whole party whenever even one of your characters is hit by one of those things, the Rift Hounds or whatever.
That monster can appear from anywhere. It almost caught me a bunch of times. The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here.
Had a girl. You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the YF with me?
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all.
I can't exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection. And I know it has something to do with the contamination from the Abyss.
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyab can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter where they roam. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that
probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem.
Still, we can't just leave the Wyup to suffer. It's protected me this whole time.
Saving one is better than saving none at all.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Nothing. Just a headache. And that voice again, telling me to abandon the Wyup and leave this place.
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long.
No, I'm fine. I don't plan on listening to that nonsense. I can hold on.
Where's the totem pole?
Just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight, so please, help me out a little longer.
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the Wyup. Not because we have something to prove. You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit. We'll be there for you. All right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
We've already come all this way, so we might as well try to get to the bottom of this.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself?
Okay.
That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. Besides, I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes. So go. Achieve your goal, and return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for everything. You're a true hero.
Thank you. No one fights alone.
Can we say something to him before we go?
Does
No?
your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that they were done with their conversation. I just noticed that there's one of these things right up here, but it's not doing anything to me. Weird, huh? They're all over the place in this crazy, weird place. I don't know. This reminds me a little bit of the Realm of Darkness from Kingdom Hearts. Just a little bit. Anything to do down here? Those ones might target me, right? Yeah. Yeah. Whoopsie. They can't go too far, though.
Stabilize.
Well, actually, no. One of them did hit me,
Rest and leave it.
which is a little bit unfortunate, but I can heal. Okay. So what is that thing? Oh, that must be the Wyup.
Wyup? Wyup! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyup, can you hear me? Wyup?
Well, I wasn't really expecting it to talk.
So we were right. The contamination is
But-
already too severe. It's preventing the Wyup from answering our calls. All right, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
I'll help too.
Careful. We've got company.
Okay.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him.
You killed Malcolm?
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying about him, I would urge you to focus on yourself.
Well, that sucks.
You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will be to your peril.
Are you the one behind all this?
No. The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art. I strive only for the opportunity to see it up close.
Notice his little cape behind him. Looks awfully similar to Paimon's cape, doesn't it? A little bit weird, isn't it? I'm just saying.
I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer themselves up to the slaughter. That is the tragedy of your short lives. You understand nothing of all-encompassing power. Ancient names, pride, friendship, all empty ideas invented to give you a false sense of self-worth. They possess no power at all. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power. Anything to avoid handing over the primordial gift to ordinary people like you. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so pathetically weak?
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that? I'm right here next to you.
Thanks, Moalani. You're right. I have nothing to fear, because I'm not alone anymore.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power. But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand the true source of our power.
What?
The power of friendship? I don't know.
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down?
Oh my gosh.
Comes from our friendship.
I was joking. I was joking. Why?
The power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our decision to stand together and fight!
Well said.
Uh-huh. Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you deserve what's coming to you!
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together. It's time he got a taste of that kind of power.
Okay then. I wonder... Okay, we do have Mualani. Oh, we're playing as Mualani and Kachina. Hey, let's do this.
Amazing!
Well, at least they're letting us, whoa, hey! He's, going down pretty fast. Is Kachina, not Kachina, but Mualani gonna just, like, solo him? Maybe not.
Right here!
He went down really fast compared to the other ones that I fought.
Oh, he won! We actually won!
He was, like, super weak compared to the rest of them. Anyways, nice job. Turns out he wasn't any stronger than the ones we fought in the past. No, he was way weaker.
That's what he gets for underestimating you 2.
I mean, I remember in the past I've, like, spent at least, like, 2 minutes or more. And that was, like, less than a minute.
Fantastic work, Kachina! Absolutely fantastic! This makes me so unbelievably happy.
I'm happy too, Mualani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh? What's happening?
Oh, is that Malco?
My ancient name is glowing?
Oh, never mind.
But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait, does that mean you're...
Is it creating a path out of here?
That was a bold move. Diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend. Especially in a place so overrun with abyssal corruption.
I have no idea what's going on.
Still, seeing you pull it off was really something. Everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power of the Abyss. It took years' worth of scars, and lots of unnecessary suffering, for me to understand that for myself. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone has a part to play. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes.
Who are you?
Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
He is really tall, but I don't think that that's actually how tall he was when he was alive.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Oh, never mind then. I guess he really was that tall.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wayab. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its impending doom.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame. Its blaze will become one with the gaze of all Natlan. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
Cool. Oh.
What's wrong, Moalani?
Ah, so many memories. My brain was just flooded with everything he once knew. So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natlan started all the way back then.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to.
Does that mean you already know about this whole thing?
I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
Okay then.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on saving the Wayab first.
I agree with Kachina. I was wondering why they weren't focusing on that. For a second there, I thought like something was going to happen where Aether started getting some kind of memories or something.
That should be enough. Wayab? Wayab? Can you hear me?
I hear your voice, Kachina. My dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave, but we can't afford to stay here any longer. I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me, but it's okay. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up to the hero you saw in me.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter what happens.
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you. Your ancient name is just that, a name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name. But it need not define you. Focus on who you want to be. You are already worthy of your name. Now, you need only devote yourself to becoming a better you. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will never change, no matter what the future holds.
Thank you, Wayab.
It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it's time for you to leave this place. The situation here is getting worse. Go now, my children. Save Natlan on behalf of all you hold dear.
I know we've never met before, Wayab, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exactly what she needed to hear.
Whoa.
Whoa! What's going on? An earthquake?
We're out of time.
It's the power of the the abyss. Quick, we need to run.
Am I gonna actually have to run manually?
It's a Sealy!
Oh.
The Sealy opened the way for us!
That was random. Oh, I really am gonna have to run. Let me do something very fast. There we go. Come on. There we go. I don't know why it took so long to do that. Anyways. So that's a little bit terrifying. What the? Okay. It's not really doing much to stop me, though.
The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here.
I've got to be careful. I don't want to run out of stamina. That would be bad. Come on.
Watch out for the falling rocks!
Quick, through the middle.
Oh. Thankfully, that didn't actually, like, you know, hit me.
Come on, faster!
We'll never make it!
No! I wasn't expecting that to happen. They were literally just in the light. From what I saw, anyways. Let me guess, the Pyro Archon? Yep.
You've done well. Now come home.
Oh wow, interesting. Yes, we are back, voiceless Kachina.
We're back!
There we go.
The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here.
How did she regain her strength?
Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the Speaker's Chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Every great display of power comes at a price.
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler?
I'm completely fine.
Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly?
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the plan now. Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan's ultimate fate.
Okay then. So that part of the quest is complete. Let me just look very fast. So we're still on Act 2. So let's head on over and talk to the Pyro Archon in this place. Thankfully there is a teleporter right next to it.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the Abyss go untreated.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one.
Despite the short stint in the Night Kingdom, Mualani and the others all have some degree of abyssal contamination. But thanks to Koichi, I can't say that name, extensive experience treating abyssal contamination, the harmful effects will not be permanent. The treatment also relieves Kachina's symptoms.
All right, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of days. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power.
He always has been special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
We don't know why, though.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head out.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. We might not see eye to eye, but we both had good intentions.
So her name is pronounced Koichi, but to me it seems like it would be pronounced Koichu or something like that. I don't know.
Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Huh?
I mean...
No. That can't be true, can it?
It's not terribly surprising. Anyways, less than a year?
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Muruwani told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today. And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as real as ever.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wayab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Huh?
But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
I mean...
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. Or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan.
Didn't Farina end up living for a really long time too? I mean, just saying. Then again, she's not exactly a normal person, so...
A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
That was all part of the plan?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wayab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old, 500 years ago.
So that means I'm one of the Chosen?
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wayab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wayab has been blocked.
So I just wanted to say something. What she said right here, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. I was thinking that she'd been like actively, the active Pyro Archon for the past 500 years. But what this is implying is that once she had done what she did, where, you know, she basically like died essentially, she then passed on the title of Pyro Archon to somebody else, and then that person passed it on to somebody else, and so on and so forth until now. You know, basically, like, she became the Pyro Archon recently. That's what I'm getting from that. I could be wrong. I could be misunderstanding, but anyways.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab, Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
That leaves 2 people left.
Well, we have less than a year.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a sense of obligation.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I know who one of them is. I'm not going to say it right now, but the timed event from a while back spoiled it.
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development.
But what if they don't make it in time?
I can only trust in the judgment of the Wayab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all.
Does that mean you...
You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All the stuff you stored here before, where did it all go?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, The items I stored here held a much more important purpose. Fuel.
Okay.
Fuel? So back then, that's why you...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited. But together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the two worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But weren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the Abyss. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute to Natlan's survival. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
Yeah, it sucks that her portrait is missing. I guess she had to sacrifice that too.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense, we didn't lose anything at all. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the items once stored here.
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime. Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team's triumph in the Night Warden Wars. And we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once and for all, Kachina.
Still, now that I know the danger we're facing, having a victory feast doesn't feel right.
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect your judgment. All right. You should head out. I'll join you in a bit.
Okay, then. I wasn't sure what she was doing, if she was recalling the past or something else. Obviously, it's something else.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan.
So she kind of is recalling the past.
They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. I can see it. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Wait, are we going to be controlling her? Maybe not.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
Interesting. So she's going through all of the heroes that have been chosen. At least at some point in time.
You're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again?
Maybe I was wrong about that. A little bit premature. Now she's recollecting her past with her mom and sister.
But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die.
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis. Seriously, though? Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it.
Well, now that they've said that, then I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen.
So, don't forget about me.
So who's next?
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
That's what, I forgot which character said that, but one of them said that.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
And now we're supposed to attend the banquet. That was interesting. So let's go ahead and do that very fast, because I have a feeling that this actually may end after I attend the banquet. I could be wrong, but who knows.
too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. But it's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister right now.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Of course not.
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
You can tell us anything.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any chances.
So what you're saying is...
You deliberately provoked her so she'd take that impulse out on you.
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least.
Interesting.
Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
What? Do you really have to go that far? Can't you just talk it out?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her.
I respect your decision. Thanks for confiding in us.
I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need to get going. Enjoy the celebration. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing?
They're trying to look out for each other in their own way.
In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
Yeah, they are kind of getting a little bit annoying, aren't they? So if this next cutscene doesn't end the time event, I'm going to probably just stop here for now and then pick it up from the next video. So I think I am going to continue the Archon quest in the next video and see how far I can get in it before doing the other quest, the timed event. Because I definitely have to focus on the time event sooner or later. That guy, we haven't seen him in a while. I forgot his name, though.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo!
Yay!
Well done, Kachina! Thank you, everyone! I'm so glad I finally made it!
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
Okay, yeah, these are the people that were part of our team originally. I remember that. That's, like, from way back.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
So, what about you guys? Did you make it far?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got disqualified.
Oh, wow.
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
All right. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Pakal. Dear friends, I'd like to say a few words. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Dayan-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said!
Yay, everybody's happy. At least for now.
How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It all just feels so surreal.
Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion!
That way, I'll also become a champion coach.
Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Okay then. We still got some things to do here though, but like I said, if the next cutscene didn't end it, then I'm gonna just continue with this in the next video. So thank you very much for watching. The next time I play, that's what I'm gonna be doing, picking up from right here. So, bye-bye.